Man, you want the long story or the short story?
Give it all. Tell me everything.
Can I get comfy?
We here. We got time.
Yo. Man, listen. There was a knock at the door. Next thing I know, it's police. They just here. It's me. It's my son, my daughters. They just at my door. You know how scary that is, man? I don't know, man. Everybody talk about being street and being like super tough, but like, you ever thought about that? Boy, you in the comfort of your home, minding your business, going about your day. And next thing you know, it's 3 armed individuals at your front door.
So is that where the thumbnail comes from? Tell me about the thumbnail.
Okay. Shit. I'll keep it a whole buck. So for most people, this is probably like an oxymoron. I'm doing a documentary called Diary of a Deadbeat. We have a TV show called The Dad Group Project. It's a super oxymoron. I need people to understand anything that I'm about to say or anything that I'm about to reveal or leak, or however this may be interpreted. This is my story. It's nobody else's. I ain't telling nobody else's side, nobody else's truth. I'm gonna tell you what I go through in my life and how we got here. So like I said, man, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm minding my business. I hear ding dong. Man, who looking for me at 3:45 on a Thursday? Now y'all hold on to that thought about this Thursday. I look out the door, look out the peephole. I see him. First thing I do is text Brittany. Call me now. So I step out because I already know my biggest fear, my entire history of being a father and all the messiness on the internet and all the nonsense is being incarcerated about some child support. Boy, that is a career ender, ladies and gentlemen. Child support? Me? Not Mr. It's Adam. I'm going to jail for that. Worst nightmare at my front door. This is a week before, what is this? This is the Thursday before Thanksgiving. So I step out the door. I'm trying to tell them, like, listen, man, I got kids in here. Man, is there any way, whatever you need, whatever, let's figure it out. All right? Now, for anybody who just want to openly know, because I feel like my mess is on the internet a lot. Yes, I'm behind on my child support. Mic drop. Marcus Anthony Bellamy is behind on his child support. I'm not tripping, bro. Like, we gonna get into all this. I just want to like put that out there before anybody tries to expose my truth. I'm behind. I am right now, real time. So they come in, they're like, man, we gotta do. I'm like, all right, cool. Don't put me in cuffs. And I don't want my kids to see me go to jail. You don't know the imprint that's gonna leave on my children from now to forever. You have no idea what that could do to somebody. And it's Dallas. What's that number? Number 5? He's 4 years old. Lolo 3. Brooklyn was 10 months. They about to see their father go to jail. They come in, and I'm not even gonna hold the police. That's the crazy part. Everybody talks so bad about the police. I feel like I've been through something, so I'm gonna tell the side of the police that I experienced. They did do me a solid. They could have hauled me off. They could have did all kind of stuff. They did try to run the warrant to see if it was, anything they could do. Because I'm like, man, my wife's at work. I'm at home with my kids. I don't want to go that way. So they leave. They go to the car. They come back. They're like, Mr. Bellamy, we got to take you. I call Brittany. She's like, I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home. They did allow me that. They allowed me to get my house in order before I left. I mean, all the way down to like changing diapers and all that. So when everything was right, they was like, we got to put you in cuffs. Now, during this, I was never read my rights. I don't even mind openly talking about it because I feel like a lot of people don't understand how bad the police try to hold people. I was never read my rights. I was never told what I was being incarcerated for. I knew what they was here for. I knew I was behind. I knew my circumstances. I knew what was coming for me, right? It is what it is. We're going to take it on the chin. Brittany come home, boom, they take me. Now, all this going through my mind, I got 5 kids at their grandma's house. I got 3 kids here. So the whole time in my head, I'm just like, fuck.
Was this your first time being locked up?
Nah, man, yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, because I've been arrested a few times, like, back in the day, a little petty squabbling. Man, I gotta being drunk in public when I was 16. I ain't never figured that out. But like, a little bullshit like that when you little. But as far as like, actually, I might do some time. Yeah, first time. I ain't gonna hold you, but I don't understand, and I can never understand how a person can be like, yada, 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 yada. Brody, ain't nothing cool about that, Brody. Sis, whoever. That shit is bad business. You already got to think, they already look at us like animals. We not going to act like we get treated fairly in the community. In America, period. They already look at us like that. Now we're giving them the leverage to not only treat us like such, but now they get to put us in chains. You know how cool jail is in America, ladies and gentlemen? 13% of the population incarcerated in jail is African Americans. As of December 9th, there is 60,274 Black individuals incarcerated in the United States of America. And that was on December 9th. Now, let's get back to the story. Hold these numbers, because these numbers are really going to crunch to where I'm at. So they take me to Fountain Inn do their thing. Nobody read me no rights. They take me to Lawrence. Man, that whole ride, Cala, you know me. Lawrence County, they got me on a Thursday at 3:45. Come back to that. 3:45, they got me. Now, my warrant got issued December the 6th. How you pick me up 13 days later? I've been in the same spot right here. You pick me up on a Thursday. Then we get there. They do the booking. They don't even book me. They put me in a holding cell. I find out from Brittany at like 12 o'clock. There's no judge on Friday. So now I'm stuck Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday afternoon. I don't go to court at 3:30. And I just got to sit on that.
Mm.
I had plans that weekend. Think about
Typically
it.
how the weekend go when you get locked up.
But you don't think that was calculated? Because I bet y'all didn't know that in South Carolina that they get $1,000 per day per inmate per capita incarceration. So you don't think it was strategic? I'm gonna go get this man on a Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They probably counted Monday. That's $5,000 I done got off on. I don't care what he in here for. Fuck it, murder, rape. I don't care. Throw him in there. And I sat there for 4 days. I'm sending messages through the wife like, call Kayla, we gonna do, call. You know what I'm saying? That was the longest and the most blissful 4 days of my life. I bet somebody right now is watching this like, blessed 4 days, the most blessed 4 days of my life.
It gave you time to think.
The ultimate time.
Gave you time to think because you couldn't move. You in a box.
So you see the room we sitting in? You see this? It was about the same size, but it was 2 of them. It's 16 bunks. It's 12 individuals. So, they take you from, the general holding. They take you to your unit. You in there for the weekend. Once there's no judge on Friday, they're going to put you back there. Cool. I'm an extrovert. Can you imagine locking me in a box for 4 days? And I'm mad. I'm mad as fuck. I don't even mad as fuck. Okay? Real something else.
Right, you just said you had plans.
Fuck the plans, bro. This happened on a weekend. The kids was coming. That's how I know God is so real. Because it could have happened any other day, but it was almost like everything I've ever been running from, it had to come to a hold. It had to come to a head. The pimple was too full. It was too full. It had to come out. It had to release. And it did. I promise you. That ding dong and them 3 cops, it released it all. And I feel like those 4 days, I read 4 books in 4 days. I learned how to play chess. Man, the food is so bad. The food is so terrible. I'm in there playing spades and tunk for Jiffy cornbread and sweet cakes. That's how I got through my 4 days. Man, motherfucking don't try to play me. Hey,
Look,
4 days, I ain't lost. Hey,
playing tongue, playing spades come in handy.
and they play
Learning come in handy.
I played chess. Now that I got my ass for 4 days. But chess make you think about yourself. And what I learned about myself by playing chess is I have no patience. Absolutely none. And you know this because my patience is my worst enemy. Because instead of me running from what I knew was coming from me and doing everything I possibly could to prevent it, because you got to think, during all this back child support, we got going on. How does that look that this man saying he's XYZ, and damn, hell, we might even halfway believe him. Ooh. Worst fear ever. Like it was realized. I couldn't even cry. That's the crazy part. Like I still ain't even like thought about that shit really. Cause you know, my first night was a Friday night. No, Saturday night. Brittany called you Saturday night, said what we was gonna do. Diary of a Deadbeat.
Yep. Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew what was coming.
It was time. Are you not curious about? You have to be.
You gotta be.
So, since we're here and we're gonna leave, I'm gonna leave the story at I'm incarcerated. I feel like that's a good place to leave that part of the story because I don't want to take up too much time on that one subject. So as you go through this documentary and this journey with me, I'll tell more and more about the incarceration, what happened, because that is minuscule to what I want this to be portrayed for. It's a small blip in the overall cosmic of it. So I know that you being my sister, I would like to know outside looking in, have you ever been just curious, like, bro, what's on his mind? What's really waiting? You know what I'm saying? It's an open book. I am. Ask it, please. And ask it for the people. I want people to be able to watch this and really get to know me a little bit more. It's not all just kids and happy-go-lucky. I do content. I live a real life. And I've been through shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, just out of curiosity, out of my curiosity.
So, my question to you is what, as a man, as a father, what is your thought process? Just life period on the daily basis. What is your thought process like?
Everything outside
how do you get through the day?
Everything outside my front door is trying to get me. And that's so sad that I even have to raise my sons to move that way. But as soon as I come out that front door, I know everything is out to get me.
You have to, especially being a black man in America today.
So then you gotta think, when it comes to like you said, what a black man goes to in America, think about this. And I feel like this math, I've done this math. I did this math on Mike's show. I did this math on a couple of shows. But South Carolina, if you're watching this, black men, black women, listen to me, do the math. There is almost 500,000 people in the state of South Carolina that are on child support currently. Now this is a rough number because it fluctuates because somebody turns 18 every day. But let's just use 500,000 because somebody's born and somebody goes on this paperwork every day. If the average person pays 2 payments at $50 a payment, that's $100 per 500,000. That is $5 million, correct? There is 12 months in a calendar year. 5 million times 12 gives you what? That's $60 million that the state of South Carolina is collecting by just receiving money and depositing somewhere else. $60 million. Look at our roads. Look at our schools. Look what we go through right now, South Carolina. And we're not tripping off that? 60 million. And even worse, in Greenville County, there are politicians and people in position that know this is going on. that have defended people who abuse this system and are getting voted for. And we wonder why we can't change. Oh my God. You know how old child support is?
How old?
1876 is the first known documentation of a father being outside of the home, being responsible. 1876. And it wasn't with money, it was with goods. You know that, right? You know what year we in?
Ooh.
2023. Do you know when child support got its big boom?
When?
Right around the 80s. What else came out in the 80s? Crack, ladies and gentlemen.
It did. Definitely did.
So now are you not starting to see the breadcrumbs of how this system, however, whatever you think about it, whatever you go through, nobody should have the power to go before anybody else and demand anything without just cause and representation. If I get up right now and shoot everybody in the room, I get a trial. If I have a DUI 3, before he sends me up the road, what do I get? A trial. So why does the United States or the state government have the ability to reach into how I furnish myself without any due diligence or due process and demand something and it's legal? How? Did you know in the state of South Carolina, if you have children outside of marriage, your wedlock babies, as a father, as a black man, as a white man, as a Hispanic man, you have no rights to that child? You have nothing. The day they're born, I don't care if you signed a birth certificate, I don't care what your lawyer told you, your attorney told you. Real shit. You have nothing. But as a woman, now, ladies, I want you to understand, anything that I speak from this point of view is not directed at you or at you. This is just from my point of view because I am a man. I can never see it from your side. So please forgive this how this is taken any other way wrong, any way incorrectly. All right? That doesn't make sense. Why are you allowed to do that? You ain't got to show me nothing. They say, bring me your taxes, your paycheck, and a DNA test, and it's $40. There's no checking on who has what, who's doing who. Now, you're going to say, oh my God, this is another bitter black man talking about not taking care of his kids. Take it how you take it. Right or right and wrong is wrong.
I agree.
I don't know. I don't agree with the process. And I've been on child support 7 years, and I've made 56 of the 64 payments. Yeah, and I went to jail though. And I'll tell you, it's like a $6K deficit. I'm gonna put this on Cala. It's a $6K deficit. 6,000. How does he get behind that much? I don't pay the $50 every other week. I had a real job for a long time. So what do? They gonna come grab the money I have, you know. You make bigger money, they grab bigger support. Now, currently, I'm coming off, I got fired in 2023, and I got laid off in 2022. Of course I'm behind. You know how hard it is to go find a plant manager job in the state of South Carolina as a black man? And look at me. You hire me to run your plant? Not looking like this. No, you're not. No, you're not. I have to play dress up just so I don't lose my freedom. Come on now. Somebody has to feel this somewhere. Forgive me, I ramble. You know me, man, I ramble. But
no, listen, I agree with you as far as the process is unfair. It definitely is. I feel like you're not that far behind on your child support. But what I don't understand is how motherfucker can go years without paying the support. Give them $100 and you can go home. Years? I'm baffled. I'm baffled.
What I know about the system, first of all, nobody's ever asked me my thoughts on do I deserve to be on child support. I have waited almost 2.5 years for somebody to ask me that question.
What do you think?
No.
Do you think you deserve to be on child support?
No, but I did. No, but I did. No, but I did. It's cool. I ain't gonna call you. I'm not the perfect father.
I don't think no man can. Well, I'm not gonna say no man, but consciously, I don't think no man is gonna come out and say, even if they're a deadbeat, I deserve to be on child support.
I have kids in 2 different homes. The way I handle that situation is completely and obliviously me, because I am the man. I'm supposed to be the head. I'm the protector. I'm the creator. So the circumstances of why it was bad is 100% in my accountability and my fault. But never, Cala. Cayenne will be 12 years old in March. Never have I ever been less of a father than any of these children. I have stumbled, I have fallen, I have learned, but I have never, ever not been somebody's daddy. Period. And I'm saying this, I don't care who you are. And don't debate with me on social media. That's
the wrong thing to do. Please don't.
Debate with me on my comments. Run my views up. That don't do nothing for these 8 kids. You want to argue with me about anything I say in these next couple docuseries? Don't do it on my social media. My kids don't eat off that. Go to my YouTube and leave it there. Let's talk about it openly. Let's make it a conversation for growth, not for destruction. You know what I'm saying? Why we gotta destroy each other to talk about it?
Right.
I'm not cool with not talking about it. I'm sure Bruno's wherever talking about whatever, but
of course.
I'm okay. Let's have the conversation. Let's have it. Fuck it. 33 years old. Jesus made it to right here. They talked about my Savior. I know y'all gonna talk about me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I feel good about this. I feel like this is something I want people to understand. Like, we don't have to, as a community, we don't gotta use child support to kill each other. Don't have to do it. Do you know the suicide rate's going up with black men in America?
I believe it.
It's increased by 4% over the last 5 years. Did you know what studies have found have been the triggers for black men committing suicide? Anybody know? Want to guess? Open guess.
What are the triggers?
The biggest trigger they have is the sense of worthlessness. From the people that they have caught either in mid-action or have saved and survived. One of the studies that I've seen, I don't like to quote anybody because, I don't look at their pedigrees and say they're noteworthy, but what I did find was the feeling of worthlessness, that nobody cares that I exist. Nobody cares that I'm hurting. I'm taught not to hurt. Think about what you tell a little boy, toughen up, toughen up, toughen up, toughen up. We ain't never thought about the damage that do. Toughen up, toughen up, toughen up, toughen up. And then you wonder why my son kicking your front door.
Right.
I can't let him show no weakness. I can't let him express himself, because he expresses himself, he's a coward, or he's sensitive.
That's what we've been taught growing up.
Why
But
though?
I don't feel like that's fair. That's not fair.
It's not cool. A black man in any form or fashion should be able to express himself. Period. Everybody else do. They're creating people at this point in America. I can't say my piece. Do I not matter? Do I not? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I not? What is it? 4%, I believe, of the suicidal attempts that they've saved have been fathers. You know how bad you gotta feel on yourself to decide I can't do this no more, and I have them. Who do you think commits more suicide in America? Black women or black men? What do you think? It's black men. At an astronomical rate. And they're giving us no subsidiary of any kind for anything. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Right.
Nobody wants to discuss that. Why not though? I literally had to put a thumbnail of me going to jail to bring this conversation to the table. That's insane. How many dad group projects we done did?
A lot.
I had to post me going to jail.
People like the messiness.
And I'm going to give it to them. Watch the whole thing. This is just part one. I can't give all this to you. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not fair to me, because I want this to be somewhere where another black man can see this and be like, I can be vulnerable. it's okay to not to be okay.
Right, and not be called a punk or a chump or a bitch. I mean, whatever. Like, it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine, Brody. Find somebody and talk to them. I have a chain message with a group of guys. I ain't gonna leak no names because they big time where I'm at. But I've never seen a camaraderie like that because all of us kind of do the same genre of thing, and we're all at competition. Like there's one in particular, in my opinion, of the four of us, he's the one. And I feel like I'm the GOAT. What K Bella say on the song? My daddy used to go. Marcus Bellamy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But there's him, and I feel like just having that brotherhood around me. When I was locked up, nobody really knew what happened to the day I got out. I got out Monday, and when I was touching base with everybody, there was 5 to 6 people that really cared. So I looked at my phone. I had like 1 trillion missed calls. So I'm gonna give them their dues for sure. Shout out to my man Skillet. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Christy. Shout out to just what I'm saying. You. Shout out to y'all. Really was like worried because I remember I talked to Mo and Mo was like, "You just disappeared."
Right.
Something
We know
went
Bell
right.
don't just disappear.
Yeah,
so they knew.
Something ain't right.
They knew.
And I appreciate that. And those guys, I don't know if they'll ever really think that I appreciate them, but it's like having other black men that I can be expressive with without feeling judged is a really cool thing to have. Like if you don't got that as a black man, wherever you live at, wherever you see this, get you some guys that really give a fuck about you, whether you or not.
When I tell you I was so prepared, like it sounds so bad for me to say it like this, but like I done been on the back end of that before. You know what I'm saying? Like I done for years. I was really prepared to say, well, I did tell Brittany, I said, well, find out how long he gonna be in there. I help put money on the books. I was ready to help slide money for a bill if push come to shove. Like, I know what that feel like on the back end.
Can I tell you about the court date?
Cool.
I feel like I'm gonna leave him the court date, and that's where we're gonna leave him with the part two, right? The court date. So boom. You wake up, man, counts at 5:30. I'm up. I can't sleep. I'm pacing. Because the way my child support set up, just to explain a little bit about kind of the situation. I wasn't locked up for being behind on child support. I was locked up for the parameter of. So basically, I lost my job in September. That means there was no child support October and November. Previously in the year, we went to court that I could not miss 2 payments. If on the 61st day I was behind 60 days, they were gonna issue a bench warrant. Cool. Got fired September the 25th. I got fired the day after the Happy Birthday show.
Wow.
Literally, I had the big birthday special, Everything is Love. I walk in the building 9:25, I'm terminated. My child support is not an amount that you just go hustle. You need a real job. You feel
That
me?
part, yeah.
And I ain't even just trying to be funny, but like, so now I'm like, okay, boom, I got my 401k. No, I can make it. How it went down was, they issued a warrant on the 6th. I paid 30 days on the 16th, or I paid 30 days on the 15th. The check came on the 15th. Knew I was good. Paid it, and I'm straight. The bank only gonna clear half the check. Boom, I can pay one payment. Boom, on 30 days, I'm good. Because the warrant was already issued. They gotta pick me up, I gotta go. And I just dropped a little payment off.
Wow.
So, you get to court. So I'm gonna leave y'all, I ain't giving y'all no more. No, I'm not giving her no more, Cala. I feel like that's a good leave off, like just for the story, because I feel like I don't wanna give him too much. I don't wanna give him too much right now. Like I done thought about this a million times, and like thank you guys for being a part of it. Shout out to Mike Skillet, my man Mike Chappelle from Sign Language Productions. Shout out to Cala May, just for being a part of the journey, because they're really gonna go through this story with me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a good place to leave off, like just with the whole 5:30 count. I can't sleep. And that's where we're gonna leave it. For anybody that sees this, like I said, man, viewer discretion advised. This is real talk for real folk. And I'm only gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 of them as we speak. I go round them up now. No, I'm just playing. I want this to be a safe place. So to anybody in the comments, if you are going through something that you feel like my story is touching or kind of giving you insight on, say something to me. I'm not a celebrity. I ain't never felt like a celebrity. My platform was made to save lives. It saved mine. You feel me? I was one of those, I don't even mind openly talking about it. I was one of them black fathers and black men that was thinking about it. Like, can life really be better without me? You know what I'm saying? But that's a weak way of thinking about it. Talk about it, bro. Let it out. There's nothing wrong with letting it out. It's tougher to let it out than to die holding it in.